When it comes to building relationships in the residential assisted living industry, oh man, I cannot stress this enough. This is not the pawn shop industry. This is the care home industry, and you have to build relationships with your placement agents, with your neighbors, with your competitors, and with the families of the seniors who are living in the home. So when it comes to the placement agents, I always give this tip. Do not come to them when you are in need. Yes, you're going to go to them when you're in need, but it's kind of like God. If you only went to God and prayed when you desperately need something, but when life is good, you never call on Him, come on, we know better than that. You need to come to Him when everything's good, bad, or ugly, or the best in the whole world. You need to come to Him at all times. And that's the same thing with a placement agent. Do not just call them when you need something. Instead, build a relationship with them. And when you're full, that's okay. You should still send them a text message or update them with your newsletter or whatever the case may be to basically let them know, hey, we're full, but look at the amazing things that are happening within our home. And the last senior you placed here, look at how happy they are. Look at everything that's going on in their life, and kind of give them that reassurance that this was a good placement within the home. So that relationship can take you so far. You know, even before you begin your residential assisted living home, I like to call placement agents and ask them, hey, I'm going to be starting a care home, in this area, in the Denver area. And then I say, is there a specific location, a specific neighborhood that people keep asking for a residential assisted living home? And I pull out the map and I have them point, hey, everyone wants the home right here. Fantastic. That's where I start looking for the home. And when I get the home and I start building it or start reconstructing it or whatever the case may be, I call the placement agent along the journey with me. I don't just wait until I'm open and I need residents. No, I'm bringing them along for the ride. I'm saying, hey, let me show you. We just closed on this property. It's right in the area you said everybody wants. Hey, you want to come over and look at the, demolition or the reconstruction? Hey, we're having an open house. You're building that relationship with them. And then when it comes to the community in general, your neighbors and other people in the community, I think that it's vital to have relationships with them because they could be your greatest enemies or your best of friends. Your neighbors, they might be upset when you first say that you're going to start a care home in their neighborhood. But when you invite them inside, when they see what you're doing, when they realize, oh, this isn't a hospital, this isn't this big box facility. It's just a home where instead of, us and our kids living there, it's just going to be a couple of seniors who need care. They need help. It really breaks down that wall. It breaks down that barrier. So inviting them over for holidays or little parties, for open houses, being kind to them and forming and building that relationship with them can go a long way. Not to mention, you are having someone who is awake in your care home 24/7. So if there is any crime in the neighborhood, you better believe someone in your home has seen something happen, right? You better believe there's a senior looking out the window or a caregiver who noticed something. You have cameras all over the house, so you may have caught it on camera, and someone is awake 24/7 and someone is there 24/7. So when they go out of town, you can give them your number, say, hey, if you go out of town and you need us to pull your trash cans out, or you need us to, bring packages in or something like that, you're like the best neighbor to have. I'd love to have you. So don't worry about that. Build those relationships and keep them strong. When it comes to your competitors, building relationships with your competitors cannot be understated. This is such a mega factor. I want you to re-change in your mind that they're not your competitors. They're your new friends, right? This is a relationship with them, and we want it to be a good and strong relationship. So go about it in the right way. Don't just come into this saying like, hey, I'm going to open the new best care home and I'm going to put you out of business. No one's going to want to be friends with you. No, come on. You got to come in and basically say, I'm new to this. I'm so excited to do this. I'm so excited to be a part of this industry and this community with you. And when I'm full, I want to send residents your way. Tell me about your business. What are your average rates? Do you offer anything special? Tell me about your staff. Do they have any, do you have anything exciting going on within the home? And then when you are are full and you genuinely have a waiting list or someone who wants to come live with you, when you send them a referral, you can get paid on it, and vice versa. So having that conversation with them and saying, let's not be competitors, let's be friends, because what if your home's memory care and their home isn't? And they get a client who comes in who needs memory care, you would want them to recommend your home to that client, right? Yeah. So vice versa, if you get someone who really needs memory care and that's not what you offer, you want to be able to share that resource. So building relationships with your competitors, oh, come on, you've got to do it. And you want to go about that in the right way. You don't want to be lying to them. You don't want to be stealing their information. You don't want to be doing any funny business. You want to make sure that you're going about it in a really authentic, genuine, and honorable way. And then lastly, of course, the relationships within the home, with your caregivers, with your staff, with the seniors, with the families. Those are key, and I talk about those all the time, and it's really just important to remember everyone's role, what they come to the table, knowing, loving, needing, wanting, and how you can serve them in the best way possible. So overall, relationships, it's a huge part of the residential assisted living industry.